Welcome to the Alton Towers Resort, where today we're going to investigate and see just what a weekday is like in the rain and cold and half term. Subscribe if you enjoy, like and tell us what you think, but otherwise stick around and join us as we investigate. Towers Resort with Detective Flora and Detective Westwood today. Here comes Nemi. We've just had a very wet ride. Yeah. You won't be able to hear any of that. No, I'm on my phone because it's very wet today. It's going to be similar to Rita Manor if you haven't seen the vlog. Lots of things coming. You guys haven't been on it since the retrack? Yeah. Thoughts?
I thought it rode very well. Still intense. Fast. I heard a few people complaining it wasn't quite as fast. I felt like it was just as fast or faster, maybe.
Faster.
I felt a little rattle, but nothing to put you off the ride. No. Anyway, it looks great.
It's incredible, still as intense as ever. What was really good that we joined the queue before park opened at 10, and they actually started operations at 9:45. So it's now like what, 10:15, I think?
Yeah, about that.
Something like that. Which is great. It's only a 30-minute queue, but it looks quiet today. I think a lot of people come here because it is the star attraction right now. So it'll be interesting to see how a wet half-term weekday day is. So I think that's going to be the case today to see how we get on, but I envision lots of re-rides and everything, and it seems like Sub-Terra's now open, so that's going to be our next port of call here in Forbidden Valley.
What's going on in here then?
It's going to scan you for DNA. Excuse me, can you scan my friend? I think he might be infected.
Oh no.
Can you check him for me? Thank you. Is he alright?
Oh, hell's bells.
No brain cells in there.
No brain cells, okay. I did think that, yeah.
You're infected. Please keep your distance.
Okay. I mentioned it's raining. I imagine I'll say that a lot. However, when we were going up the lift hill, all the rain that had like stored on the train just poured onto our legs. So my legs are drenched, not from the like ride experience, but just from the lift hill itself, which is kind of crazy. But start actually means to go on, right? The more I do Sub-Terra, the more I enjoy it. You guys haven't done it in a while. Did you like it?
Hurts your nether regions a little bit, but I am a big man, so
get rid of it. Just put a normal drop tower in.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll level with you. I agree, like a proper drop tower would be better, but I love the whole story and elements and the scare bits.
Bring back the Astro Dancers or whatever it was that was on there before Sub-Terra. You got more G's on that than you did on this.
Someone's showing their age there. The more I do it, the more I enjoy it, and we were scaring some girls who were in our lift who had just looked at me as I said that, so sorry ladies, but it's good fun. It's a good filler ride for the area, and it ties in really well with everything now, so.
Right, no queues for the toilets, let's go! I'll only get on that bus if you've had the right time off the clock. It's because he lives, isn't it? You know what I mean? I know they've had you driving buses for 18 hours a day, I don't know. It's alright. Slave labour. No wonder I can't remember what's going on. What's that thing when you can't remember things? I don't know, I forget. I know. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I've got like little bits of coming back to me. Not total recall, like just partial recall. Like little bits.
My favourite film.
Partial recall. Partial recall. So go, Ninja, so go. Have a look.
So your favourite ride is probably the Blade.
The Blade is the most underrated ride in the United Kingdom. Back row, bums off seats when it gets to the top. Best airtime. They should just call it airtime monster.
Whenever I come with Mark, we have to do it, and we always have to do it on the back row, don't we? So I obliged, and my bum is wet
but I want
from
to keep it a secret because I want those walk-ons all year round.
Thankfully, my million subs now know the secret.
Long live the Blade.
Long live the Blade. So I heard recently, right, thanks to the guys off the tracks, apparently Nemesis is the creature, Sub-Terra is the egg, the Blade is to cut the egg open, and then Ripsaw, rest in peace. Saw. Apparently Ripsaw is to disinfect you. Apparently that was the theme.
Clutching at straws there.
Behind everything, yeah, maybe a little bit, but I like the idea that there's potentially a larger idea around everything. But yeah, queue classic go up to 45 minutes. It's been a little bit busy, but not like crazy busy. So it's a weird one. I kind of feel like we're in this weird middle ground of it's half term, but it's raining, so yeah. taking it as it comes, aren't we? But we're gonna head towards Gloomy Wood now to go see my friend Emily at Alton. Curse was a lovely little break from the rain. It seems to have eased off a little bit, and we think it's gonna clear up by midday. So it's like 11:11, I think, as we speak. Yeah, I love Curse. I think with it being that was my 20th ride on it actually, but Mark's not overly fussed by it. He was saying about it needs like a hero scene, and we're saying that Emily at the end is quite a big hero scene. You know, the big one as you get your photo taken. But he was saying it's a bit high up, which I can understand. I think for me it was the major ride that came into the park as I became full-on enthusiast. So it's got a little special place in my heart. I was just talking about your hero scene idea that you mentioned, that it needs something a bit bigger.
Yeah, just something like, because it needs to stay as like a family ride. You can make it scarier, but it needs to stay as a family ride. But you just need to make that scene that's like, I want to go in just to see that scene.
Yeah, and the example you gave was the ballroom scene in Phantom Manor and Haunted
yeah.
Mansion, yeah. Which I can understand, I do get that.
It's close, it's almost there.
Oh, sorry, Hill. Yeah.
It's close, it's almost there with the sort of her at the end and the giant spider, but both those things are like up in the air.
Yeah.
And if you're looking around, it needs to be something that grabs you.
Yeah, I get that. Also, that it stopped 3 times whilst we're on that. And it's funny because it says, spirits have interrupted your whatever it is. But midway through the first one, it said and then that's got interrupted by something else, which was odd.
Breaking down though made it scarier.
Yeah, in
Just
a
like
way.
holding in certain scenes, it'd been completely black.
Yeah,
And then seeing
but all the effects are still good as well, so it was an odd one. Oh, my arm's aching. Right, let's cut here. I have a very, 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 very strong feeling that the 3rd row on the Smiler is the worst row. And we're on the front row there, and I was thinking, hey, this is working really well. Front row, head was forward, I was like, this is fine, I'm enjoying this a lot. We get to the second half, and then we're back to washing machine. Not as bad as 3rd row, so I think if you can try it, tell me in the comments what you think, but I reckon front row on that is fine. 3rd is the worst. It's been a while since I've done the 4th, but 3rd's just got the fucking, sorry language, oh sorry, it's got the rattle on it, but 1st is definitely the best one. Oh, these ladies got
shat on this one
by a bird, unfortunately, but they're really into it, which is funny. So yeah, we're now going to head to Oblivion. Our plan of doing the Smiler then Oblivion works, because Oblivion tends to have the shorter queue of the 2, right? So with Smiler being on about 40 minutes, I think, when we joined it, then went up to 60, Oblivion went up to 40, we came off the Smiler, went to Oblivion, 10 minutes, so it worked really well. And I love, again, as I said in the update video the other week, please watch if you haven't seen it, I expressed the lovely new orange paintwork around Oblivion in terms of the actual drop. The hull is fantastic, really glad to see the park keeping up with that. And yeah, it's a one-trick pony, these guys are really scared of it. It's a one-trick pony, but it does the job very well. Are we going to have that for another 30 years? I don't know, but I'm excited to find out. And yeah, there's quite a few rides down, unfortunately, due to the weather conditions. So it is a very interesting, wet, but kind of busy weekday half term. It's an interesting one, but we're getting on all right. I think we've been quite smart with our choices so far. However, my tummy's rumbling.
Shine.
Did you know I was filming?
No.
Oh well.
It's the most flavourless, sticky tabled, poor customer service experience I think I've ever had since I went to a cafe in Watford. Yeah.
In Watford?
The food was better there.
Yeah, I get frustrated at how full I get. 2 plates and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Took us like 5 minutes to get sat down and the prices have gone up, haven't they? Unfortunately. Thankfully I've got my map discount, but yeah.
How is the restaurant half empty? Still no pepperoni. Like, why are they gatekeeping the pepperoni? Pineapple coming out your ears. Pepperoni gatekeepers.
Yeah, I'd expect more pepperoni than ham and pineapple. I feel like that's a better consensus, isn't
Alton
it?
Towers, let me open a restaurant and I'll give you 40% of the profits. I can do a better job.
This man likes his food.
You could get a food truck that would do a better job. It's part of the experience.
I think that's something that will come next year, like better food options. It seems like there's some more coming to X sector, but I think overall, I would like to see better food. Come on, Aramark, give us some gold, please.
It's not difficult. You can put a premium on the prices to make it cost efficient, but don't put a premium on the prices and cheap out the food.
Yeah.
They must make more money on the food than they do on the door price.
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. There's nothing better than after a full stomach from pizza pasta buffet than getting back on Nemesis Reborn. He said 15 minutes. I was like, come on, it might get a bit longer, but it's worth it, right? Max, by the time I got here, would be like maybe 20 minutes. And I was like, no chance. It wasn't even going around the, the final queue line near the helicopter. I was like, no, that's like walk on basically, and it was. We weren't allowed to stay on, even though the row was empty, which was frustrating. I get it, because I imagine a lot of people might try and do the same thing, so I understand it needs to be fair for everyone, but also, there's literally no one waiting. Why not? But anyway, it was flying around. We were on the 4th row, absolutely flying around. And I just think, as time goes on, it's going to be even better. So, very exciting stuff.
Wow.
Well,
Wicker Man. I mean, all day today, the rain, it might be miserable, but it definitely makes rides go faster.
100%. That was fast.
I don't need to say anything. You know what? I would happily wait any amount of time for Wicker Man because I love that GTI Woody.
Definitely pre-show.
You know what? It did go quite quick actually. Yeah. Which I'm surprised at because it's not been running all day and it is cold. So I'm surprised at how fast it was. But I remember that summer day last year at the Towers Time event, and we were doing the IT on it at the end of the day. Those summer days, and it was flying. That was the best ride I've had on it with John Burton as well. That was class. We're off to Spinball Whizzer now, as it's on 20 minutes. Everything else is picking up a little bit. Wicker Man picked up a lot, I think, mostly because it's not been open, so people have ran to it. But yeah, despite it being half term, it's not super quiet, but not super busy. But I think we're doing okay. Oh, shit. Oh, careful, love. Loads of mud there, aren't you? Get that on the internet. We have been blessed truly by the queue gods. Spinball Whizzer, 20 minutes. No, it's not. It was 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely 5 minutes.
Yeah. Mark had to sit next to a stranger. No, he said a strange young boy. a stranger. Took one for the team. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, it was decent. The best time I've had on that was definitely after the 5K when we were weighted 2 to one side and 1 to the other, and it span a lot. So you definitely want to be uneven on that, but obviously you can't choose that. It's just the way it is. Yeah, so I think we've done well. I think if you're park smart like us, then you know where to go next, and I think other people don't quite know where to go next and how to plan and base things on everyone else. So I know Wicker Man was 60 minutes, and I said wait till later and it'll be quieter, but at least we've done it. That was more of a we want to get it done. Mark needs some chocolate, so yeah, happy with our attempt so far. So you remember this morning when we rode the Smiler? Also, that was 10 minutes, not 25. We rode the Smiler. Front row was good, wasn't it?
Better than the back.
How was the back row?
A little rough, but not like bad rough.
I thought it was really bad on the back. What did you think of the back?
Completely marmalised, to be honest.
Yeah. It was so much worse. Okay. It's interesting though, when you do re-rides, you really realise just the difference in the rows, don't you?
Yeah, it's definitely a front row ride, no doubt about
that.
But it's one of them. It throws you around a little bit. It's gonna hurt a little bit in places, but I still like it. I like it.
We do have fun. Oh, I'm being ushered over. Hello.
I'm just remembering how shit Enterprise was.
Yeah. Did have a little chat about this in Case 36 that was released recently, so I'm sure there'll be a new flat in this area. Certainly going to be a new flat, and I reckon we'll get some new food options as well down here. What would you like to see in this area, gentlemen? Detective for a detective.
Funfair ride.
Don't you have us on, sir?
No, they need a blood permanent flat, don't they? We've got loads of room for one.
Yeah, We need a new flight in each area, basically. I think that's the general consensus.
What do you think?
I don't know.
You look pretty serious about it.
I don't know any good flat rides.
Caterpillar.
No, that'd be silly. I was saying before, if they were going to ever replace Oblivion, I think like a Mack Extreme Spinner would work really well. I think the spinning nature of it would fit in really well with the Ministry of Joy, but I appreciate that means Spinball would have to go as well, but I think everyone would rather have a Mack Extreme Spinner than Spinball, right? That's what I think, but hey, I think we did well to come here today because it has quietened off a lot. The fact that we are getting over-egged times is certainly good for us, so maybe we'll go do Dark Forest. We've been putting it off because we didn't want to do 30 plus minutes for Rita or 13, but we might do it now. Rita said, I guessed it would be 20 minutes based on where the queue was. And it would have been if it was on a true train service. It was only on one train. So very slow. I've never seen the thing so slow. So in the end, we judged it was not worth the 40-minute wait. I think we did in the end for that.
I mean, it's such a nothing ride.
Yeah, that was really rough. That's the roughest I've ever done it.
It's a nothing ride.
I always poo on it to be polite, but that was the hey.
You might as well do the launch and then
off.
stop it at the end and let us get off.
Yeah, that's right. That's all I want from it.
Straight into the trees.
Yeah, and then like a hard break. Get off and then do it backwards the other way.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it was not worth it at all, unfortunately.
I mean,
but
running one train, they could literally make it run forwards and then backwards.
Yeah.
it would have been quicker. Actually, yeah, I think it would have been a quicker experience overall.
Churning people on and off.
Heck,
Go.
we had a bet earlier as well, myself and Mitch. I said park closes at 5. He went, no, it's 4. I went, I bet you a £5, and it wasn't. It's 5:30, which means we've got 30 minutes to get to Fibina Valley and try Nemesis again. So,
lot of walking.
yeah, we should get there just in time, but nice to have an extra half hour. Pretty cool.
Good of Galactica to open for the last 20 minutes of the park.
That we're not going to make. Well, it's either that or Nemesis. What we said, Nemesis?
Galactica. We've got to tick everything off. Done Nemesis twice.
Yeah, but I want to do it again.
Well, you go on that and I'll wave at you from Galactica.
All right. Final ride there of the day on Galactica. Mitch said it's tame.
It's tame. It's a nice experience, but it's just a bit tame. You know, honestly, if it was me, I'd rip it out. Put something. It's a big area.
It is.
Something else
It's
there.
better than 13.
Yeah, I think it's underrated. And like, let's be honest, if we didn't get this first gen flying coaster for B&M, we might never have had Fly at Phantasialand.
Oh, it's got some heritage.
So yeah, I think it's interesting to see. I think there's a big question mark over what will happen to Galactica over the next few years. So we will see. But yeah, that is our day done here. So in terms of the general question of what does a quiet weekday look like in the rain, but also half term, kind of busy but kind of not. It's been a weird one, hasn't it?
Pretty good.
There's been busy spells and there's been non-busy spells. There's been a bit of everything. I thought it was going to be really quiet, and then with half term I thought it was going to be busy, but then with the rain I'm like, it's going to be quiet, but it's kind of been in between. And if you did want to just stay and lap Nemesis, you definitely could, because it's been quiet enough to do that towards the end of the day. So 5 minute queues.
Half of the day has been at 5 minutes.
Yeah, so it's been good fun hanging out with these two new honorary detectives. So thank you very much for joining us. Do the usual subscribe and like and stuff if you have enjoyed it. If you're coming down for quiet laps on Nemesis, let us know how many you get. But from myself, Detective Brown, from Detective Flora and Detective Westwood, that's us out, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.